Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get more email subscribers without paying more money for traffic. Through a live example, I'm going to show you 15 tips how to optimize a funnel to get more email subscribers. I'm also going to show you how to create a conversion focused sales funnel to get email subscribers without any technical experience or without hiring any expensive developer, and do this in about 20 minutes. I'm also going to give you an amazing gift, so stick with me till the end of the video. My name is István Bújdosó, and it's time to jump in. A few days ago, a friend of mine sent me a message that he created a report, how to double your energy and burn unwanted fat without needing to starve yourself or join a gym. And the title got me, so I decided to download it. And while I went through the subscription process and went through his funnel, I spotted 15-20 things that I would differently. So I ended up creating this video, and I'm going to share these tips with you that would improve how many people are going to subscribe to your email list. The purpose of this video to optimize the funnel so more people subscribe. This way you don't need to pay more money for traffic. The very first thing that I spotted when I checked out the funnel is simply that it's not mobile responsive. I was actually I was using my phone to check it out, and kind of this is the view that I got on my iPhone, and the title is readable, but the subheader is absolutely not. The email fields and the fields that needs to be entered things, that is absolutely small, so it's not mobile friendly. Nowadays, more people are using the mobile phones to check websites and do things. It turned around a couple of years ago, and now it's absolutely more people using their mobile. So it has to be mobile responsive. So people who are using their phone easily can use it without zooming in and out. So I need to, if I want to fill in the form, I need to zoom in and out, which is not helpful also to read anything. So that was the first thing that I spotted. I would do differently. I would make it mobile responsive. On top of the page, there's an image which shows two people. It's either a couple or a guy and the girl. Both of them are smiling. Obviously, they are running, which is quite nice. It shows like a happiness feeling. But the truth is that there is no curiosity factor. An image tells 1,000 words in a split of a second, and this is the number one thing that people look at when they come to a website or they come to a funnel. They spot out the images quite quickly, and it tells a lot of information in a split of a second. This image is not showing any curiosity factor. The image that you use on your landing page, it has to show some sort of curiosity element. Let me show you an example. For example, on this image where people see this image, there are a couple of questions that basically pops into their head. Usually, the first question: why is this guy holding an upside down teddy? And another thing, when they spend a bit more time on the image, they see on the board, they can see that it says important, and there's 5 bullet points, and it's covered up. So it has and there is a couple of other papers as covering up information. So it has a curiosity element. People are curious. People are curious, like, what is this teddy doing? What is this guy doing with the teddy? What is the information that is important, and what is the file information that is important and on the board behind the paper? That when you have an image like this on your page, on your landing page, then it's really quickly gives a curiosity, and more people will subscribe this way because they are curious to find out what's happening. It doesn't mean this image. I use this image to digital marketing webinar, so it has to be a bit. It can be has to be a bit related, related to the reports or your ebook or whatever is happening there, but it has to be something that creates curiosity. Let me show you another example. For example, this is one of my favorite marketing webinars. This guy is called Russell Brunson, and he's a true marketing genius. And if you look at the picture, you can see he's holding his hand in a weird form. In his other hand, he's holding a picture with a huge Amazon.com sign button. In the background, there are a couple of images with wait signs, and it makes people curious. Like, why is he holding his hand that way? What is that image? What is the other images in the background? So it gives an element of curiosity. While this image it shows happiness, but there is no curiosity, just two people happily running. So I would change this one to a more curiosity-based image. As it's a fitness and health industry, I would make some kind of image that is related to that, something related to fitness, but I would put some elements in there that is unusual, that makes people curious, like what's happening on that image, what is the story behind that image. So I would replace that. Before the header, I would put I call it as a pre-header. What I would put here, because this page gives you a report, and what I would do to actually, I would put a header, a smaller text above the main header that says free report revealing. And the key thing about the word free, because it's something that this report is given away for free, and the free has a magic power, that word. So as much as you can, use the free words on your landing page, because people love getting something for free. This is a society that we're getting more and more things for free, so people love that. So you use the word free, free as much as possible, and on top of the header, the main header is a perfect place to use it to add that free report revealing. And with the header is spot on. It actually shows this header is really spot on. It plays on the desire of the target audience, and it also uses the after the without, it uses the pain points that you don't need to go through these pain points to be able to achieve your desire. So this one is actually quite good. This one is a spot on. What I would differently about this subheader, that I would make it bigger, and I would make it simpler. For example, I would chop down some information around it. I would use this as a subheader, shorter text, and I would make it bigger to learn little known but powerful strategies that will optimize your physiology for high energy and fat loss. I would use this or something similar, similar as a subheader. And I also spotted on two words, the strategies and physiology. These two words are quite complex word. They are relatively long and complex. It's relatively hard to see how to pronounce them. If your target audience uses these words as everyday word, it's okay for them. It's easy to read because they use it every day. Or for example, what I would do, assuming if I had a target audience that is who don't use these words every day, I would switch them to something simpler. For example, the strategies, I would change it to tips, which is like a 4-letter word, much easier to pronounce, much easier to read. Like this type of words slows people down in reading and understanding. Physiology, this is a word that I'm not even sure exactly what it means. I don't use this word. I don't remember when was the last time I met with this word, and I don't use it. So, for example, for me it's an unfamiliar word that I'm not using every day, and I think it's for most people the same thing. So, I would replace this with something that's like, for example, body, which might not mean exactly the same thing. But just to give you an example, to use a simpler word that most people understand, or your target audience easily understand, and actually change it to something to learn little known but powerful tips that will optimize your body for high energy and fat loss. It's much easier to read and much faster to read. So I would change that. And I know I'm going through all these tips, and I'm gonna move around, and I'm gonna tell that I would move around these, or I would do differently, which might be, probably it's not easy to understand without actually seeing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through all these tips that I have in mind, so you can understand through this example. What I'm understanding through this example, the tips that I would use and optimize this funnel, and I would do differently. At the end of this video, so you make sure that you stay till the end of this video, because I'm going to actually create a new version of this funnel. And I'm going to show you the end result, that how would I create a new version of this funnel that's much more conversion focused, and will get more email subscribers. So stick with me till the end of this video, and I will show you too. The next thing I want to talk about is the social media share buttons. I would remove these from the phone. There is with landing pages, there is a rule of thumb that that's only one call to action. So basically ask only one thing. There has to be only one call to action to work the best. Because when you have multiple call to actions on a page, like for example this one, the social media, asking them to share this page, and asking them to actually take the action to subscribe, to put their email address in. These are two completely different things. and some of the people will be actually confused. Test shows that when you have multiple different call to actions on a page, that confuses people. Some of the people will be confused, and instead of taking action, one of the actions, they will leave. So what I would do, I would only use one call to action, and as it's about getting email subscribers, I would just ask for one thing from the visitors to decide if they want to get the report or not. So this is the only decision that they should make on this page. Either put their email address in to get the report or leave. So this is the only decision. And also with asking them to actually share this page, the problem with that, first you have to give them something. When you give them something, they are more motivated to share it. So I will show you later in this video. I will show you where I would ask people to share this page. So I would remove this from here and ask people somewhere else in the funnel to actually share it. So let's move further. About the input fields, test research shows that the more information you ask from people, the less likely they will subscribe. So I would minimize the fields. I would remove the first name, I would remove the last name, and only leave the email address in there. Because the simpler the form, the less information you ask from them, the less action they need to take, the more likely they will subscribe. If they see that this is something interesting based on the title, then they see that they only need to put their email address in, they are more motivated. If they see they need to put a lot more information in there, or even just a few more information, they are less likely will subscribe. So I would remove the first name, last name, and just keep the email address. And even with the email address field, I will tell you a bit later that I would do differently. I would put the email address to somewhere else, and I will show you that later. With the after the button, there's a lot of legal blah blah. I'm just gonna call this legal blah blah because I understand it's important. I understand that this is ethical to tell people how that information is going to be used, how the details are going to be stored, how the details are going to be used, what kind of emails they are going to get. So this is important. The legal things, but I would move it somewhere else. I would move the whole legal blah blah to the privacy policy page. I will remove this entire section from here and just put it under the privacy policy page, and I would put a privacy policy link to the bottom of the page here, to the very, very bottom, because those people who are looking for this type of information, they will know that they need to do this at the bottom of the page. That's where usually the privacy policy link on a page, so they will know where to find it. So when I'm saying be ethical, describe what you are doing with the information, describe it on the privacy policy page. There's no need to have this information here, because it just gives a lot more complexity to the page, a lot more things to read, and it will scare some people away to even just read it, or they need to tick it, or all this legal blah blah. Be ethical, handle the details ethically, and on a privacy page describe how you do that. I'm not a legal I'm not a legal advisor, so if you want to get more information about the privacy policy, how you should phrase the privacy policy information, please turn to your legal advisor and ask help from a professional legal advisor on this topic, what you should have on that privacy policy page. What I'm saying is to remove this information from here and not to scare off people with this. It will increase the number of people who actually subscribe, and it's ethical doing this way than to have that information on a privacy policy page. What I would do with the button, I would actually change the text on it. I would change it to, yes, I want my free report. I want to get my free report. I would use the word free again, just to make sure that when they click on it, they see that word. And there is an important thing about this. What I'm going to show you later, I could tell you right here to why this is important, to what's the benefit of using that text, and what I would do differently. I can't really tell you here. I will show you later in a video when I'm going to create the new version of this page, new version of this funnel. I'm going to tell you more info about it, what I would do differently about this button and about the email field. So stick with me till the end of the video, because that's what I'm going to show you. Another amazing tips, actually 3 or 4 tips around the button that will increase the people, that will actually increase the number of people who subscribe to your email list. So let's go through this process. I'm just gonna refresh the page to make sure that is all cool, and just let's type in some details, and oops, just remove this. I'm just gonna say that, yeah, I'm gonna give permission. So you can see that it takes time to actually read it. It takes time to go through as a hustle to fill in the fields, all these fields, tick in, read it. It takes a lot of time. We are living in a fast-paced world where people want to get information really quickly and easily. The easier and quicker you make it for them, the more people will subscribe. So when I click on this, it goes to this page. This is a thank you page that actually says like really similar information, and it's like it's really familiar, so people can think like, oh my gosh, it's the same page actually. And barely you can see that is almost finished. We need to confirm your email address to complete subscription process. Please click in the link in email address we just sent to you. This is called double opt-in, when you ask people to confirm an email address. I would remove this, to be honest, because it gives an extra complexity to the whole process. What happens here, if it's going to happen here that basically someone look at this page and it looks familiar, and they don't take time to read it, don't take time to read this text, and they never confirm their email address, so they never end up on your email list, so you can never communicate with them through email. And also, like, what happens when they actually go to the email, into the email box, they're gonna have other emails as well. So for example, if they see something that is more important, let's say middle of the day they get an urgent email from a client, they're gonna open that and they're gonna leave leave the subscription, the opt-in confirmation email, and the main guy start doing something else, start communicating with the client, doing some work, and they forget to confirm their email address, and they never end up on your list, and you lost basically an email subscriber because of the double opt-in. It's not necessary. It makes it more complex, it requires more click from the person to actually go through, and it increases the chance that they're gonna get distracted by another email. They're gonna get distracted by other things while they are moving along. So I would remove the double opt-in. This is what happens when you click on the when someone clicks on the link in the email. So it's not just asking for confirming the email address, it's asking for another step: confirm humanity. Before we subscribe you, we need to confirm you are a human. So it's another extra step. I need to click on this button which says I'm not a robot. If you are actually if you haven't used it recently, this reCAPTCHA or someone else, some other pages, it's gonna ask you to solve a puzzle, which is extra complexity, another extra steps that need to take. So you click on this, then you solve a puzzle, and in the end you can actually, I need to take these extra steps, go through, jump through hoops, and go through all sorts of different activities to be able to actually go through and use this. And now it's confirmed that what's happening is actually confirmed. And now what happened, I'm gonna get another email with the link to the page, and on the subscription confirmation there was no clear text that says yeah, by the way, check out your email, because we sent you another email with the actual report. So there is no clear information, clear call to action to the viewer to actually do that. So I would actually show you now. I'm walking through this process. I will show you that I would do this completely differently. This whole process. I'm just showing that the basically if you ask the subscriber to go through all these hustles, to go to email address, confirm email, go through, solve a puzzle, then figure it out in the mind that I need to check my emails to another email to get the PDF, then they're just gonna go discouraged to actually do this because it's too much hustle. Okay. When you click on the link in the second email, this is what happens. Now finally we ended up on a page that says the image below to download a copy of how to double your energy and burn unwanted fat without starving yourself or joining a gym. So basically I need to click on another link, and finally I am looking at the report, which is pretty much I will come back to this. Which I went through 10 or 11 steps to get the PDF, which is a lot. Nowadays people expect you to get something in a simple, easy and quick way. So making as simple as possible to get the PDF into their computer and into their hand, the more people will actually read that PDF. So more people actually read that PDF, the more people will turn to potential customers, build a trust, and share, and actually share that, share this page more likely, and that will bring you again more email subscribers. So make sure that you make it as simple as possible to subscribe, as simple as possible to get the PDF, as simple as possible the whole process, so they can actually get it easily, read it easily, share it easily. And with the, I want to go back to the and mention the thank you page. That is actually something I would do it completely differently, because went through this whole process, and the thank you page is an opportunity to actually ask people, to tell them what are the next steps to do. So this is an example just to show you like a step-by-step guide what you want them to do. So for example, what I would do is create a thank you page like this that is really clear on what you expect from the subscribers to do. So this is when they put an email address in and they click on basically to subscribe. When they subscribe, this is the page where they should end up right away. And what I would do in this case, I would simply say like step 1, here's your PDF report, download the how to, I can't remember what was the title. So how to double your income. So I would use this title pretty much to your PDF, the title, and I would put a button here. I would put a button here that would say download, and this link would go directly to the PDF. So this is what I'm showing. This is not the thank you page. This is not the actual thank you page of this funnel. This is just an example that I'm showing. It was one of my funnels, but I'm showing as an example that this is how thank you page should look like. And later on I'll show another thank you page that's more related to this one. So we use a step by step 1, like first step, download the PDF report. Step 2, I would say like tell them to ask them to join a Facebook group, for example, because this is a health and fitness thing. So as I know, like most people struggling to do these type of things, learn to stick with a diet or stick with any physical activity and do it regularly. And when they have like a community who are motivating them and can communicate with them, it's easier to do that. So in my mind, I would create a Facebook group and I would ask them to join to this Facebook group where they can get motivation and talk to other members, talk to other people. And I would put a button there to actually ask them to join a Facebook group. And the first step, that would be something similar to this, to like invite your friends so they can enjoy this PDF report, and you can have your buddies around, your best buddies around to actually have your best buddies around to lose fat and get more energy. So it would get them to invite and provide them to an easy way to share it. With the emails, I would send them to, for example, 2 email reminders, because now the way it works, people get an email that they actually they get a link. What I would do, I would create a thank you page like this, and get them like right away direct access to the PDF. On top of that, I would send them an email that like, hey, Here, this is the PDF where you can download it. So they have this in their email box as well. Because what happens, like some people will subscribe and they come here, they click on the report, they skim it through, but they don't have time to read it, and they just leave it, thinking that they will come back later, but they forget completely about it. So there's a good way to actually send them a reminder that, like, the next day when they subscribe, the next day send the reminder, and the day after that as well. So sending them 2 reminders to just something simple. If you use like, just right in the email, you can use something like, I just want to make sure that you got your free report, and here's the link, and you can send them back to this thank you page so they can access it. They can basically join to a Facebook channel, Facebook group, and actually share it, or do some sort of other activities. So this is what I would do with the thank you page. I just want to make sure that you understand that this is just an example thank you page. So it's not it doesn't belong to this funnel. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to later on this video. So stick with me, because later in this video I'm going to actually rebuild this funnel, what you can see on the screen, and create a new version of it. That is optimized to there's the tips I give. I'm going to show you that how it can be created step by step. It's going to take about 20 minutes probably. It doesn't require any technical skills or any developers. I'll show you it's really simple to do that. And the report, I want to go back to the report to first the thank you page. That with the thank you page, I would finish the thank you page with a photo of the author and name and some maybe some information to start building up a trust, a relationship. This image is really important, because the image shows that who's behind the report, who's creating this report. Either you can use an image, or you can use a video, or video and image. That's probably the best thing, to have a video on the thank you page that actually talk to the brand new subscribers, so they actually start seeing your face, start getting to know you, getting to trust you. I would do it that way. And in the report, I noticed the same thing. There is no photo of the author, so I wouldn't do that. I would put a photo of the author. Here, this is where when he's talking about himself, I would put a photo in there, so they can see who's behind, who's the person behind this report, and gets building up a trust. When we see someone, a person, we build easier trust than when we see just a text. And with the report, it's like a 13-page report. If you want to get this report, this how to double your energy and burn unwanted fat without needing to starve yourself or join a gym. If you want to get this report, I will leave a link in the description, and through that link you can get it. What I wanted to add as well to the end of this with the report, I would finish it with a call to action, with a really clear call to action, which there's some sort of call to action here at the end. It's kind of hidden, so I would make more outstanding and make it really clear. For example, asking them again to join the Facebook group, or telling them about an online email course that they can purchase, or telling them to watch a webinar or watch a video, to actually have a clear call to action, to ask them to do something. Obviously, if they read this report, they build up a trust, they build up a connection with the author. So it means they have a trust, so they're more likely they're going to take another action. So this is what I would do differently with the report. So these are the things that I would differently to get more subscribers. And this is all all optimization that doesn't require you pay more money to get more traffic. Pretty much sending the same amount of traffic. With these changes, you will get more email subscribers. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ClickFunnels to create a new version of this. I'm going to show you how you can use ClickFunnels, how you can create a funnel, a conversion optimized funnel that will get you email subscribers without any technical skills, without any technical experience, without hiring a developer. In about 20 minutes, it's possible. In about 10 minutes, awesomely possible to create a funnel. So ClickFunnels, I left a link below where you can get a free 14-day trial to ClickFunnels. So after this video, check out that link, and you can get 14-day free trial. So what we're gonna do is creating a new funnel. I'm gonna use the classic funnel builder for now, and the email is pretty much what's the goal: collecting email address. So just simply choose this one. And what I'm gonna put here is I'm gonna create like a test. What is it called? Double your energy. I'm gonna use this as double your energy funnel, and let's create build funnel. By clicking, it's really quickly, it's gonna be basically creates you 2 pages, an opt-in page and a thank you page. And with this one, really simply, you can select, there are different variations there are different templates that you can choose from, and just find the best one that fits for the purpose the most. I think I'm gonna use this one for this. I just click on select the template, and that will basically that will load it. And here's an edit page. Just clicking on the on that button, and that simply will bring up the editor. Here the editor is really awesome because literally you can just move around things. It's a drag and drop editor. Literally I can move around any elements here, and it's pretty cool. You can add elements, you can move around things. What I mentioned you is pretty much the this is one of the things that I mentioned, your free report reveals conversion 101. So I'm going to use something similar. What I'm going to do is start adding a couple of things. I'm going to add row with 2 columns, and to the background, what I'm gonna do is really simply set a background image that I'm gonna use. Simply click on that and upload. And what we're gonna do, I need to find that image. So I'm gonna use this image for now. And this is the curiosity-based image that I showed you earlier. So use something something like that, and it takes a bit of time to upload. And after that, just click on another image. What happens? I use it as in the background, and I'm gonna change this a bit. And here I'm gonna move these elements here and here. You can see this is pretty simple. So this one, 3D port, revealing, I'm gonna change this, revealing, and change this to like 3. What I'm gonna do is make this whole thing text color like black. So black, full black, so people actually can see it. What I'm gonna do also is with this one, I'm gonna make it more visible. We just change the background to white, so people can see it, and people can see it much better. With this one, the title as well, just simply, you can easily change the margin. This is a drag and drop, like easily changing things around, and it makes it much easier to do things. This here, I'm gonna another line, so it gives that freedom to actually play around with these things. And I need a title. This one, here, just simply insert this in. What I'm gonna do is make this something more outstanding, like red, and board color red, and just make it everything bold. And this is too much, so we can actually simply make it like that. Line height, I'm gonna say this one, so it's still readable, but so can you see? And I'm gonna this one, just create, like copy. You can actually copy elements like really easily, just drag and drop around elements. And I mentioned the oops, what I'm gonna do here is simply, there you go, and just oops, okay, it's like strategies and like tips and body to make it. As you remember, I use this to make it more it's easier to read. The dot at the end actually like has an effect of when people read this, that they want to read it more. When you finish with dot, it just brings to us the like, yeah, something continues, I'm going to read further. Also, this continues, I'm going to read further. Okay, for this one, I'm going to go in there and just simply in the advanced tab, I'm going to give a bit of padding, like 15 padding, and actually like this one, just do it. You can use that simply, that padding on it. Let's see, 20. So this gives it a bit, so you can really flexibly just drag and drop, click around, and just simply optimize it, or like move around things. It's literally like really simple and easy to move around things. So I'm just gonna give like 40, maybe 80 at the bottom. So it makes it really simple to do things with it, and give a padding of 20. Yeah, so you can move around things, and you can see that it's really simple. From time to time, make sure you you save, and let's see. The next thing that has to happen, we need basically a button. I'm gonna add a button to here. There are many elements with ClickFunnels. This is the beauty of ClickFunnels, that it's so flexible that pretty much you can build any kind of element. What I'm gonna do is just make this 0 and 2 and forward. And here, what I said to basically what I would do differently. Let's say, yes, I want my free. I want to get my free report. Vertical space 20. Style settings, font size. Yeah. So you can pretty much with the you can do a lot of things. Yeah, we'll make sure it's like more like one or not. So as you can see, it's really simply comes together in just in about 10 minutes. I created this page, and it's pretty cool. This one, if you accidentally like double or something, it's really easy to move things around. And this one, I need some just changing around a little bit things. So it's really simple. With the button, I would say set action and open pop-up. This is the thing that I mentioned you that I'm going to talk about, that instead of having the email subscription on the field right on the page, I would pop it I would pop it on a pop-up. So I would put it on a pop-up because it's called micro commitment. When the two things happen, when they click on this button, the subconsciously say yes. Obviously that is a yes, so the subconsciously say yes, and they also do a micro commitment. A micro commitment means that they start that they actually start something. They start a process that when they click on the button, it means they want to get that report. So they started a process to get that report. And when they are starting a process, usually the psychology of people, if they start a process, they want to finish it, and if they started it, they want to finish that. I'm just going to remove all these unwanted elements from the page. With the copyrights, just here, just simply you can change it around, and a disclaimer, I would just say like hello privacy policy. We're talking about that we need to add a privacy policy, so we just add to the bottom of the page a link, and I would even make like further down on the page. And here we are. Awesome. So what happens now, just let's save, and here the pop-up. So I was talking about the pop-up. When they click on this excuse me, when they click on this, a pop-up will show up. And I would add a couple of elements to this, like simple rule. An element, there is an important element that is called progress bar, which has an effect. So basically, as I mentioned, when people start something, they want to finish it, and just showing them that like, hey, you are almost finished, like 90%, you are almost complete. Then what happens then they actually want to finish it. So, and it shows them something. So I'm just looking around. Oops. Yes. Okay. 15. So it shows them that like you're almost finished, almost complete. You only need to take like pretty much one step, to get what you want. And I would simply add a headline to enter your email below to get your free report now. As you can see, I'm using the free word again. We use the free words here in bold. We use the free word there. Free is a magic word. People want to get things for free, and when you use that, it actually gives you a benefit. More people will subscribe. Okay, it's too small. And here I would just simply add an input field. Oops. Input field, which is gonna be select an email address. As you can see, it's really pretty simple. Pretty simple to do it. And let's put a button there. The great thing about ClickFunnels, it's pretty amazing that how flexible it is. It really easily, you can just put everything together. As you can see, I'm just literally dragging and dropping every element around, and it just makes it really crazy easy to do things. And let's give some extra space. In set action, we're gonna set submit order form back, and here I'm gonna choose a bit different here, and just gonna say yes. Okay, on a different one. Send me my free reports now. And just really simply, you can use easily like envelope, for example. Just we can add an extra to, so you can see. Okay, envelope. So you can see that. See, this is gonna be like something email related. I'm gonna make it bigger, and I'm gonna make it actually like, I prefer full with buttons for some reason, and we can increase this. And the color, I'm just gonna change the color to something else. Let's see, use like a green button. I want to use something different, different color. Even with this one, let's use like yeah, that's perfect. With themes, you can select different different ones, and yeah, 90%. So really big color. Yeah. Settings. This one, I'm gonna add another element, which is like instead of just a text. Your details will not be shared with anyone. This little text actually increases the amount of people subscribe, because it gives an extra let's go. It gives an extra extra trust. This one, I'm just gonna edit settings and bottom. Let's have a bit more space. So this is how it looks. The great thing about ClickFunnels that if you get the bigger package, then there is an email autoresponder inside that you can use. If you don't, it actually can be really connected, can be easily connected to the most popular email autoresponders like Aweber, ConvertKit, Infusionsoft, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. So you can use it with all sorts of with the most popular email autoresponders, and it's pretty cool. It's just basically a couple of clicks to connect it to somewhere, and then here really easily you can just integrate it with one of your email autoresponders. So this is how it looks. And what I wanted to show you as well, that it has a mobile view. So it's pretty awesome because what happens that I mentioned that the live example that wasn't mobile responsive. So ClickFunnels creates a mobile responsive element, and a pretty cool thing that you can just resize and just make it sure that it's actually easy to use, and just save. And I was going to show you that. Let's see the preview. So this is how it looks. How it looks in real life. Just to show you that's like compared to this one is much like it has a long form. Almost finished. I need to refresh there. So it has a long form So people need to scroll down to long to the bottom to be able to submit it, to be able to get the report. And here, so really simply everything is on the screen right away. So I can see I'm going to get a free report that is revealing how to double your energy and burn unwanted fat without needing to starve or yourself or join the gym, and like a subtitle like learn little known but powerful tips that will optimize your body for high energy and fat loss. And just a really simple, clear call to action. Yes, I want to get my report, and it pops up. So when they pop up, they did basically a micro commitment to get this report, and now they can see like, yeah, I'm almost complete. So I just pretty much to be able to get that. Enter your email below to get your report now. It's like, okay, it's clear what I need to do now, and just clear what I need to do, and let's submit the basically and subscribe the user. What I want to show you the last thing, that the thank you page. So when they submit that, when they click on this button, they're gonna subscribe to the email list, and also they're gonna end up on the thank you page. With this one, there's an opt-in thank you page, and I like this type one that actually has a couple of steps. So I'll show you. And literally all it takes just clicking around, and here, if you remember, I showed you an example. So what I would do is simply to change the logo, change it a little bit, and like please follow the steps below. So we change these a couple of texts and use these tabs to actually, like the first step I would say, like here's your PDF, download it, and the bottom would directly link to the PDF, because this way they literally what they do, just like they do one click, they put an email address, another click, so and here they would click one more time, so it would be like 3. The current, what I showed the live example on that one, it takes like 10-11 clicks to get to the PDF, to get to the report, which is a lot, and they need to go twice to the their email inbox, which is a lot of destruction. So they can get distracted by an email and just forget about the reports and never get to the report because of that. This way, just connecting, like having everything on the, like giving them really simple direct access. After they subscribe, they simply just directly can read it. It makes it much more likely that they're gonna read it, that they're gonna like it, that they're gonna share it. And as I mentioned earlier, the second step, I would put like another call to action to join, for example, a Facebook group, or check out an online course, or join a webinar. So there's multiple things that you can do. A Facebook group can be helpful to keep them motivated, get them a community where they can actually share their experiences and get some motivation and keep them going. And the third one, I would say then, like, get them to share it, to say like, oh, is it, invite your friends, so you can do this all together, so you can do this with your best buddies and lost fat, and just get energized among your best buddies or something like that. So this is it. This is what I would do. How I would change it. I would use a much simpler subscription base. This is potentially bringing much better results, much more subscribers, using the curiosity based image, using basically like the free words and free reports, a really good title that was there, a really good subtitle, and just keep it really simple, the whole process. Make sure it's clear, it's easy to understand. This is what I would start with, and another way after that I would start testing it. I would start testing it to send traffic to it, and based on the results I would A/B test it to have two different versions and just tweak one things at a time, and just keep seeing if it works better, if I change the title, if that one works better, if I change the color of the button, that works better, if I change the curiosity image to a different one, if it works better, and just keep optimizing. This way you can maximize it by keep testing it, and based on the statistics you decide if a new version is working better or not. And the awesome thing about ClickFunnels is that you can do a split test, like easily with one click you can create a new version of this, and you can test it with just a few clicks. You can check out the statistics, like how many people coming to your opt-in page, how many people are actually opting in. So this is what I really love about ClickFunnels, because it's brilliant. It makes it so much easier, especially if you don't have technical skills. Then it makes it much more easy to actually create this yourself. Without, as you can see, it's really simple. Even without technical experience, you can do this, and you don't need to hire a developer and wait for them to do this job. You can just do it yourself, click around and make your vision come true in 20-30 minutes. It makes it much simpler, and it's pretty amazing. So what I promised you that I left a link below in the description. There's a link. You can get a free 14-day trial to ClickFunnels. If you go through that link, you can get a free 14-day trial and play around with it and try it yourself, and see how awesome it is. And the other thing I promised you that I'm going to give you a gift, and I'm going to give it to you for free because it's a gift. And what I think is awesome, what I created here, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this page. I'm gonna actually finish the thank you page. I'm gonna give you this entire funnel for free. I'm gonna give this to you, so you don't even need to like click this through. I'm gonna give you this page. I'm gonna give you the thank you page. It's really simple. I'm gonna finish the thank you page with a couple of other things, and I'm gonna do a couple of tweaks on this more, make it a bit more awesome, and I'm gonna give this to you. So this is the gift that I'm giving to you. In the description you can find a link where you can download this funnel, and you can import it into your ClickFunnels easily with a few clicks. I'm gonna send you the link and give you a short video, step-by-step video how you can import it with a few clicks. And it really takes to create an account, start your free trial with ClickFunnels. It takes like 60 seconds, and pretty much it takes like one like 60 seconds, another 60 seconds to set this up, this funnel, through that link that I'm going to, that link that you can find in the description. So to set this up for yourself, it's going to take you like a few minutes, and you can start with it. You can play around with it, and it's pretty awesome. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and hope you learned a lot of things from this. These tips, from the tips, the way I showed you the real life example, and the way I showed you how I can do this, how I can set up something amazing that is conversion focused in about 20-30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.